Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. I am Mikey Dunn, joined by Carl Robin as we get set to bring you Chesmont National Division play. It's the Downingtown East Cougars playing host to the Coatesville Red Raiders. And Carl, it's a Coatesville Red Raider team that's having another phenomenal season. Tell us about those Red Raiders.
Okay, Mikey. The Coatesville Red Raiders, of course, coached by Matt Ortega, are 7-1 this season, 3-0 in the National Division. They defeated Downingtown East Cougars last year, 42-7. The all-time series, they lead 11-8. Of course, they're led by their all-star quarterback, senior quarterback Ricky Ortega, and the seniors have never lost a Chesmont football game during their careers, Mikey. And of course, Ricky's going to Villanova next year, and he has been one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in state history. He's been battling a nagging foot injury, but he's feeling better as we saw last week in their victory over the Downingtown West Whippets. His stats for this year is 84 carries for 135 yards, mainly because of that foot injury, but he has had a great year passing the ball with 14 TDs for 1,134 yards. Of course, he has a great all-star player in Dupree Bryant, who can do it all, and he's great in the special teams and, of course, as a wide receiver. And once he gets his hands on the football, he's as dangerous as can be, Mikey. This year he has 37 receptions for 581 yards and 11 touchdowns, which also includes his punt and kickoff returns. They also have some good running backs, emerging sophomore Ashon Wesley and junior running back Demetrius McLean Jackson. Both of them have carried the balls pretty similarly, Mikey, with McLean getting 47 carries with Ashon 46, both having around 335 yards and both having 6 touchdowns. Look for Ricky Ortega tonight to run the football more often as he is feeling better, and it certainly makes a big difference in their total offensive weaponry. They, like I said, they defeated Downingtown West last week in an excellent football game, which they came up and were looking for them to show their speed again, as their defensive speed really made a big difference in holding down the Downingtown West Whippets. Mikey?
And Carl, just to clarify, that 84 for 135 was the completions and incompletions for Ricky Ortega. But, yes, they're going to look for him to run more tonight. We're going to talk about the team that's going to try and stop him, the Downingtown East Cougars, after this word from Leone's. That's right, we want to give a shout-out to Leone's Pizza in Downingtown for providing the ChesmontFootball.com crew with a delicious meal tonight. They're located at 102 Wallace Avenue in Downingtown, next to the Kerr Park Wawa, and have amazing pizza, strombolis, sandwiches, pasta dishes, and more. You can call this Downingtown institution at 610-873-2500 or order online at leonespizzadowningtown.com. That's Leone's. And Carl, the Downingtown East Cougars celebrating senior night tonight, come in at 8-1 overall, 2-1 in divisional play. They're a team that's pretty much what you expect from Downingtown East. They are a ground and pound team that likes to play tough defense. They come in averaging a little over 37 points a game, allowing just 14. They gain 326 total yards a game. They give up just 220, so they're outgaining their opponents by over 100 yards a game. They're scoring 23 points more a game. They're going to have their hands full tonight with a speedy Coatesville team, but this is what these teams have been over the last couple of years, a power team versus a speed team. They are led by their quarterback, Drew Person, who's got 747 yards passing this year, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They have a duo of talented running backs in Spencer Ugla and Stanley Bryant. Ugla, 900 yards rushing this year, 13 touchdowns. Bryant, 565 yards, but 14 touchdowns. And we saw him have a big game in the Battle of Brandywine a few weeks ago. That game we watched anytime on ChesmontFootball.com. They have an outstanding tight end who's not gotten into it as much this year in the receiving game. 11 catches, 179 yards. That's Connor Noble. They also like to throw it to Luke Conley. 12 catches, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns. They started the season off winning their first 6 games, defeating Archbishop Bryan at home, winning at Perk Valley, winning at Roman Catholic in an impressive 39-3 game. They won at Westchester, won at home at Westchester against Westchester East. That's a Westchester East team, Carl, that won the Chesmont American Division. So we want to say congratulations to the Westchester East Vikings. But that was a game that came down to the final drive, but it saw the Cougars come out on top. They then won against Great Valley and Avon. Both those games were blowouts, but they fell in the Battle of Brandywine, a game that I think was surprising to all of Chesmont at what that score was. It was 63-35. The Cougars recovered a fumble on the opening kickoff. They scored on their first 2 drives, but then kind of struggled offensively the rest of the way until it was garbage time. They gave up 3 non-offensive TDs, and Carl, going up against Dupree Bryant, that's something they're going to need to keep an eye out for tonight. Then they won at Henderson 35-7. In that game, just talking about that Cougar defense, the Henderson Warriors got past the 50-yard line just twice. And then last week they defeated Bishop Shanahan 49-21 in that game. Ugla 182 yards on 12 carries. Bryant 93 yards on 11 carries. So, Carl, it's a Downingtown East team that will really be looking to run the ball tonight, and that's something we saw Coatesville be pretty stingy against last week against the Whippets.
Yeah, they will definitely try to run the ball. That's going to be one of their keys to their staying in this game tonight, Mikey. But what we saw last week is Coatesville very stingy stopping that run game as their defensive backs come up, Mikey, and really form a wall there with their speed. And Downingtown East was ineffective running the ball until Will Howard was able to get some big runs there in that third quarter, Mikey.
And this is a matchup, Carl, between teams that in this decade they have won between them 7 national division titles. They're always the teams you look at for having a chance of winning. But Coatesville trying to win their 4th national division title. They will do so with a win tonight. If Downingtown East wins tonight and Downingtown West defeats Avon, we will have a 3-way tie, so that all 3 of them will win the national division. Coatesville looking to win the district for the 3rd straight year. But this has been a great rivalry over the years, Carl. Actually, printing out a list that I saw online, it is the top 5 Downingtown East Coatesville games of this past decade. Number 5 on the list, it was the 2011 matchup, which saw the Red Raiders win 20-14. In 2016, Coatesville won 40-7. That was a game that had Ortega going 8 of 12 for 228 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's had a great history against these Cougars. And the number 3 game on the list was in 2014. It was a 15-9 Coatesville win, but it was a Coatesville team that scored 23 points below their average and still won. The number 2 game on the list was 2012, Downingtown East winning 35-34 over Coatesville. You would think that'd be the most exciting game on the list, but no, 2017. Coatesville defeated Downingtown East 38-27. You're saying 11-point game. How is that more exciting? That's because Dupree Bryant, with 3 seconds left in that game, caught a touchdown pass, and then Coatesville actually had a return on the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown when they kicked it off. So that was probably one of the most exciting, if not the most exciting, Chesmont game we've done, and it just happened to be between those 2 teams. Now, Carl, from what we've seen of Coatesville this year, Downingtown East is going to need to play pretty much a perfect game. But first, let's talk about Coatesville's keys to the game for tonight.
Okay, Mikey. So Coatesville's key to the game is, again, using that speed to their advantage. They have speed on both offense and defense, and it allows them to make big plays. Also, avoid costly penalties. They're going to need to, once in a while they have problems with penalties, and it's going to be important. And, of course, creating big plays with that speed and Ricky Ortega and Dupree Bryant making the big plays on offense and also on defense for Dupree Bryant.
And now we'll take a look at the Downingtown East keys to the game, as we just saw that Coatesville is going to be receiving the opening kickoff. Downingtown East Cougars keys to the game: ball control. They have two very talented running backs. They want to try and keep the potent Coatesville offense off the field, so ball control, ball control, ball control. Don't give up the big play. It's something that last week Coatesville only had a handful of big plays, but it was still enough for them to get the win. And the final key to the game is win the turnover battle. I know it's something that every team says they want to do, but this is a Downingtown East team that is +7 this season in the turnover battle. They have only lost 5 fumbles. They have recovered 10. And we'll be back with more pregame analysis after we hear the Star Spangled Banner as performed by the Downingtown. And that was the Downingtown East Marching Band with their rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. We are live at Kottmeyer Stadium as the one-loss Downingtown East Cougars play host to the one-loss Coatesville Red Raiders. Carl, these are two coaches that know each other well, two teams that know each other well. Will Coatesville seniors suffer their first ever Chesmont loss?
Yeah, based on last week's game, I can't really see it happening, Mikey. Downingtown East does have some really good football players, but they're going to have a perfect game and execute it really well. And Coatesville's going to have some major turnovers, Mikey, for Downingtown East to even stay in this game. But
when we saw Downingtown West take on Downingtown East, we saw a turnover on the opening kickoff. We have seen Ricky Ortega sometimes slowed by injury. He looked a lot better last week, but if the Cougars can apply pressure, maybe slow him up. And we are underway. Ball caught at the 13-yard line. It's Bryant on the return. They do a good job to knock him out of bounds. Carl, as we've said it numerous times over the years of covering Dupree, he is one of the best, if not the best, at staying in bounds when he's on the sideline. So good job there by the Cougars to push him out.
Yeah, you can't say enough about stopping him at the 30-yard line, Mikey. That's actually excellent coverage there. Very, very dangerous.
Only a 16-yard return. That is definitely a victory. 1st and 10, ball on the 30. Ortega completes it to Bryant. Makes one-man miss. And he is slowed down by another player, tackled at the 34. That was a nice job by James Basili. He didn't make the tackle, but he just grabbed onto Dupree's foot, allowed for his fellow Cougars to come and assist on the tackle.
Yeah, Dylan Jones, number 30, kept on trying to tackle him, but he just wasn't able to, Mikey. Simple play, but that's, very dangerous when he has his hands on the football.
Yeah, put the ball in your playmaker's hands. They pick up 5, 2nd and 5, ball on the 35. It's the opening drive of the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Ortega throws it to Bryant off his hands. The coverage was there, but it did still hit him in the hands. In coverage was Dylan Jones.
Yeah, Dylan Jones and Connor Noble, they're paying a lot of attention to him, so that's what they need to do.
3rd and 5. This would be big if the Cougars can force a 3 and out on the opening drive, but this is a Coatesville team that if they're in 3rd and 12, it's like 3rd and 2. Ortega overthrows his man. The pass was intended for Artie Burgess, but that wasn't even close. Good opening drive for the Cougar defense.
Excellent play. I would have got it out to Artie a lot earlier, Mikey. He was just standing there open. And
I thought Ricky might run.
Yeah, Ricky could have run. Had a few options on that play. He wasn't looking for Dupree Bryant. So good job by Downingtown East as they get off the field in 3 downs.
Dupree Bryant is the punter. Fair catch called for. It's bobbled, but the Cougars are going to get the ball on their own 31. After we talk about the Red Run Challenge. That's right, the 4th annual Red Run Challenge takes place on December 7th before the Coatesville Christmas Parade. Registration is now open, so go to runsignup.com/RRC4 and register today. Cash awards to the top racers and medals go by age group, as well as prizes for the most festive participants. We'll finish talking about the Red Run Challenge after this play. Oh, no, we got a penalty on the Red Raiders, so we get to finish talking to you about the Red Run Challenge, as the Red Raiders were offside. So grab your tutu, your costume, or your holiday bling. Lace up your sneaks and race for the win. The proceeds from this festive 5K race and walk go 100% to helping young adults in Chester County with their next step in life. We see the potential and all. Come for the race, stay for the parade. That's the Red Run Challenge. And running the ball there was Spencer Ugla. Carl, this is a very impressive young man. He has a 4.46 GPA, a 1,500 on his SATs. He is a founder of the school's chapter of a club that supports mental health in students. Very impressive. And it is a first down for the Cougars, so this is an impressive start to the game for them.
Yeah, it was, again, we talked about penalties early in the game there. That penalty led to that first down.
Handoff up the middle.
So far, Mikey, they're getting off. Downingtown East is getting off on the ball pretty good, giving those backs a little bit of room to run. So that's a good sign. See if they can keep it up.
Yeah, Carl, I tell you what Coach Matta thinks of people saying that his team is overmatched tonight. You know what he has to say? Thanks for doing that, because you're giving me something to fire my boys up with. He is a coach that won Coach of the Year with the Philadelphia Inquirer, and he was honored at an Eagles game. Was that a few years ago? It's another run for the Cougars, going to bring up a 3rd down and short.
Yeah, they had Stanley Bryant take the snap, Mikey, on that play, and again, effective play as they're running the ball effectively here, and they put themselves in pretty good position at 3rd and 2.
Shotgun formation, and that is Ugla taking it himself. He's got enough for a Cougar first down. Carl, we said that when West played Coatesville, they might need to do some trick plays, switch some stuff up. Well, we see direct snaps or wildcat offense, if you will, out of the Cougars.
Right, I like that, Mikey.
And Person's lined up at receiver right now. Ugla again.
Coatesville does a good job on that play, stopping him for a short gain.
Because of the speed of Coatesville, Carl, you need to do things just to slow them up for half a second or two. But this is a team that will adapt.
That is correct. You got to mix it up.
Handoff goes to Bryant. Still going, Carl. Every extra yard you can get is key. You're going up against a very strong defense that gives up 12 points a game, 12.5 points a game, I believe, is the average.
Stanley Bryant, of course, will be returning next year to these Cougars.
Bryant with the run again. And he's got enough for another Downingtown East first down. Good, solid running. There were 3 Red Raiders there, and he knew where he needed to go, and he fought to get there, Carl.
Very impressive by Stanley Bryant. The last 2 runs, Mikey, just excellent running by Stanley Bryant. He's using his legs.
Carl, in their loss to Downingtown West, Stanley Bryant, 126 yards, 4 touchdowns, including a 51-yarder. Spencer Ugla on the carry, and he's going to go in for the score. Downingtown East with a 31-yard touchdown run by Spencer Ugla, and their crowd is loving it. What a start for the Downingtown East Cougars, Carl.
Can't ask for a better start for them.
Extra point is up, and it is good. Downingtown East leads the Coatesville Red Raiders by a score of 7-0 with 7:29 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back after this word from Beaver Creek Tavern. Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there. We are back live at Kottmeyer Stadium as the Downingtown East Cougars have just scored on their opening drive of the game to lead the Coatesville Red Raiders by a score of 7-0. Carl, they did it all on the ground. A very impressive drive offensively after an impressive drive defensively, but this is a Red Raider team that has shown you give them your best punch, they'll give you a heck of a punch back. That kickoff bounces into the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback. No chance for a return there. And let's take a look at the Downingtown East touchdown. Carl, that's good running, but even better blocking just to give him the chance to get so much space. Nice drive for the Cougars. Ricky Ortega takes it himself. Good tackle on the play by Cannon Lucas Murphy, I believe.
That is correct, Mikey. Cannon Lucas Murphy with a tackle. Now, you can't tackle Ricky high, Mikey. You saw they tried to tackle him high. He's going to break that every time.
I would love to see some stats for how many broken tackles this Coatesville team has had over the last 4 years. Pass is incomplete. That's the second time we've seen a wide throw by Ortega, and in the incomplete pass to Dupree Bryant earlier, it was pretty high.
Cannon Lucas Murphy on the coverage there too, Mikey, as he had him well covered. Coatesville a little stagnant on offense. Couldn't ask for a better start for Downingtown East, Mikey.
Carl, we had a poll question on our Twitter account at Chesmont FB. Who's going to win the game? 92% of the vote said Coatesville. Ortega drops back. He's rolling out as there's finally pressure in his face, but he's got an open man, and it is Dupree Bryant for the first down. Carl, if you give Dupree that much time to get open, he's going to do so. Nice job by Ortega, not being fazed by the pressure.
That's correct, and I think on that play, they were afraid to attack Ortega because of his legs, and they let him sit in that pocket, and you can't let him sit that long. He's going to make a play.
1st and 10, ball on the 36. Ortega keeps it and actually throws a pass. And it's going to be a first down. That is DeMonte Reason. Carl, in the game against Downingtown West, we did not see the running backs actually do a ton in that game. And thus far tonight, we've not either.
Well, they use that short passing game, which is what they're trying to do tonight. Haven't been totally successful, but you know, they're going to keep doing it. It seems to be working.
They have a 1st and 10 on their own 49. 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. Downingtown East leads 7-0. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Now there's a toss play to Wesley as he takes it into Cougar territory. Being taken down at the 45-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4.
Connor Noble on the tackle there. Nice tackle, but it was a successful running play.
Ortega takes it himself. And nice job there by the Cougar defense.
Yep, Connor Noble and Spencer Ugler on the tackle as they corralled Ortega, didn't let him get outside. Downingtown East doing an excellent job on defense so far in this football game.
But it's a 3rd and very manageable for the Red Raiders. Can they keep their drive going? And the Cougar Den making some noise. That's the Downingtown East student section. Ortega. Pass is complete for a Red Raider 1st down. That is to Abdul Stewart. Coming into this game, Stewart 19 catches, 324 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Again, Coatesville using that short passing game effectively as they're moving downfield using that short game.
Ortega completes another bubble screen. It goes to DeMonte Reason. Carl, they're moving the ball down the field, which is what the Red Raiders care about. But again, Downingtown East does not want to give up the big play. They have the lead, so anytime they can take off this clock while still having the lead, they will take.
Yes, and their tackling has been excellent so far. Good short tackling.
That's what we come to expect from a Mike Maddock coach team, is great fundamentals, strength, and a running game. And Ortega is going to throw it up into coverage, and it is incomplete. Too far for Dupree Bryant.
I thought that was going to be a touchdown there, Mikey, as he got the ball out to him in space, and he was not able to come up with the ball.
Yeah, Dupree was open, but Ortega put it where only his man can get it, but just a little bit too far. Nice job by the defensive backs. Again, they're giving up the short plays, but nothing too deep. But this is a Coatesville offense that has a lot of weapons. Have to think that they would be able to find a way to get something going, but it's Ortega here, and he's going to be stopped at the 32-yard line. He needed to get to the 29 for a 1st down, Carl.
This is a fired-up Downingtown East football team. I'll tell you, they came out to play tonight, and now Coatesville's in a 4th down situation where they're going to have to go for it.
I think these Downingtown East seniors are perfectly aware that they have not beaten Coatesville, including losing to them in the playoffs before. 4th and 3, ball on the 32-yard line, 3:52 left to go in the first quarter. Big play here. Ortega has a man open. Can the Cougars make the tackle? They cannot. It's going to be a 1st down for the Red Raiders. Carl, you put the ball in your playmakers' hands and see what they can do, and that's what they did with Abdul Stewart.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. And again, the speed kills, and they just weren't able to cover him in space to be able to make that tackle.
1st and 10, ball on the 25. Red Raiders looking to even the score. There was some movement, it looked like.
Yeah, I think that's going to be against Coatesville.
And it is a legal procedure against the offense. Carl, the last couple weeks they've done a lot better job with penalties, but if you can have one knock on this Red Raider team over the last few years, it's been penalties.
That is correct. That's why I brought it up in one of the keys to the game, is for them to avoid those penalties.
1st and 15. Do they stick with the short passing game and Ortega running it? And what a play by Dupree Bryant, as he's going to go in for a 30-yard touchdown reception. He kind of just stood there waiting, giving the defense a chance to get stationary, and then he just quickly ran, got open, and did what Dupree Bryant does. Caught the ball and ran in and made it look too easy, Carl.
Yeah, he gave Ricky Ortega credit for laying it right in there, and a 30-yard touchdown to Dupree Bryant.
Extra point is up, and it is good. We are even at 7 with 2:49 left to go in the first quarter. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Are you in the market for a new home or have a house to sell? Contact Kim Moralia, Real Estate with Kim Passion. As a lifelong resident of the area, her expertise is focused in Chester, Montgomery, and Delaware counties. For 15 years, Kim's passion for helping her clients reach their goals always shines through, whether you're buying or selling your home. Kim is an award-winning realtor with Caldwell Banker Preferred in Exton. Check out her website at kimsellsthesuburbs.com or call 484-368-9450. That's Kim Moralia. Carl, we said it. It's a Coatesville team that will answer your punch with a punch of their own.
Yeah, and they sure did, Mikey. The 4th down was obviously key, but they did use that short passing game, and then they used Dupree Bryant getting open. Well, he doesn't need much room, Mikey, to get open, and he found a little space, and of course he's going to break tackles.
And the Cougars have a nice return by James Basili. Carl, let's take a look at that touchdown reception for the Red Raiders. Just so good when he gets the ball in his hands, Carl. It's going to be exciting to see him play at the next level, as you said, at Villanova. Ugla takes it up to the 39, pickup of 3.
So far, Downingtown East offensive line doing an excellent job creating some room for their running backs.
Person drops back, throws it out of bounds. 2 men in coverage there, so it was going to be a tough play to make. Pass was intended for Connor Noble.
Yeah, I think they were hoping to fool Coatesville there, but they were unable to. It's going to put them in a situation where they may have to pass it again.
Just 55 completions on the season for Person coming into this game. And the Cougars do not get enough on the run by Ugla. They are going to have to punt. Not what you want to do. Give the ball right back to this Red Raider offense.
Yeah, I don't like that call. It was not designed to get a first down, so I'm not too sure. See, that's the game in a nutshell there. They have to get in good 3rd down situations where they can run and get the first down, because they're not going to be able to pass it and get it.
Even though they're in their own territory, do not be surprised to see a fake. Also, don't be surprised if they kick it out of bounds. It's a short kick and it goes out of bounds.
It's an excellent kick.
Yeah, it's a good kick. It's short in that it didn't get to the return man, but anything that keeps it away from Dupree Bryant is good if you're a Cougar fan. We'll be back with the Red Raiders' second drive after this word from Miller's Insurance.
Chester County's most trusted insurance agency. Whether it's for your automobile or your home, a life insurance policy, or coverage for your business. Since 1975, Miller's Insurance Agency has been protecting homes, property, people, and businesses throughout Chester County. Miller's guides you every step of the way, providing the best options, getting you the right policy that works best for you. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's.
And that is a good defensive play there by the Cougars as the Red Raiders actually lost yardage.
That was Demetrius McLean Jackson there, Mikey, for no gain. Actually a loss of 3 yards.
Carl, this is a fast-moving game. Ortega throws it up, and they're calling pass interference, but Carl, that ball was thrown nowhere near. Maybe it's a holding call because that ball was thrown nowhere near the intended receiver. There was some contact, but
it looked more like holding to me. Let's see what they call.
If they call holding, I definitely understand that call, but if it's pass interference, it's... Now they're calling pass interference. I thought the contact was occurring before the ball was in the air, but either way, it was definitely a penalty against Downingtown East.
That is correct.
Coatesville a first down on the 36.
First and 10, ball on the 36. Ortega takes it himself. He's tripped up, but he's still running. Carl, it looked like it was going to be another one of those plays where he was acting like he was going to run and then he wanted to throw it, but then he ended up having to run anyway, and he, being Ricky Ortega, broke a couple tackles.
Yep, he showed his elusiveness. That's the Ricky Ortega we know, who breaks tackles and makes a play out of nothing. Puts in Coatesville in a good second down situation.
2nd and 2. Handoff goes up the middle to Demetrius McLean Jackson. Going to be stopped about a half a yard short of the first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. The Red Raiders do not need to run another play if they don't want to.
Gains a yard and a half. That'll be 3rd down.
And I believe they will.
And they do. It's Ortega with the quarterback sneak, and they get enough for a first down. Something that if you watched last week's Chesmont Game of the Week, you saw a lot. It was Ortega with quarterback sneaks, but those were for touchdowns. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here at Cott-Meyer Stadium. It's the home Downingtown East Cougars 7, the visiting Coatesville Red Raiders 7. We'll be back after we hear again from our friends at Miller's Insurance.
Chester County's most trusted insurance agency. Whether it's for your automobile or your home, a life insurance policy, or coverage for your business. Since 1975, Miller's Insurance Agency has been protecting homes, property, people, and businesses throughout Chester County. Miller's guides you every step of the way, providing the best options, getting you the right policy that works best for you. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Insurance Agency. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Coatesville Flower Shop is 7 years old and still going strong. This family-owned business is located at the corner of 3rd Avenue and East Lincoln Highway in Coatesville. Whatever the occasion, you can rely on their years of experience for expert advice and designs. They've been named one of FTD's top 200 florists in the nation for 10 consecutive years. With 4 generations of the DePedro family working there, they are happy to go the extra mile to meet your needs, and they deliver. Call them at 610-384-2667 and mention this ad tomorrow only. With a Red Raider victory in tonight's game, you can buy 1 dozen roses, get 1 dozen roses free. Red roses are excluded. Carl, if you're a Cougar fan, that quarter went the way you wanted it to.
It sure did, Mikey. That's how they have to play to stay in this game. Keep the plays in front of them. maybe hope for a turnover.
Yeah, we said, Carl, ball control was going to be important, and it was. Coatesville was on their third drive of the quarter when that quarter ended, and they only put up 7 points. Very impressive. They have not given up the big play. They did give up a 30-yard touchdown, but Coatesville is used to having 70, 80-yard big plays.
Yeah, it was already Burgess on the carry.
Nice job by Justin Townsend to knock him out of bounds there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Red Raiders. Another short pass. There is a flag on the play. Pass was completed to DeMonte Reason, but there was a flag. You see a Downingtown East coach signaling holding. The ref who threw the flag was ref in the defensive backfield. They're calling offensive pass interference. I don't know the last time I've seen that called at the high school level, Carl.
Yeah, now who was it on? Was it on Dupree Bryant? It certainly wasn't on DeMonte Reason. It was just standing there. So I think it was on Dupree. Dupree was talking to the ref.
Yeah, I mean, if you're blocking before the ball is caught and the ball is in the air, that is offensive pass interference. So I do think that's what they called. As you see the officials over there talking to the Coatesville coaching staff.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened on that play.
As the refs are still getting things figured out. So as they get that figured out, we want to talk to you about Little Chef. Little Chef proudly supports ChesmontFootball.com and wants everyone to enjoy the rest of the Chesmont season. Little Chef is located at 152 Strode Avenue in Coatesville and serves delicious food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether it's classic breakfast staples, homemade soups, tasty sandwiches, or blue plate specials, you can count on Little Chef to always leave you satisfied. And guess what? They can cater your event as well. Order online at littlechef.us or give them a call at 610-384-3221. That's Little Chef.
By the way, Mikey, they apparently picked up the penalty, and it's going to be 2nd and 7.
Well, no, the scoreboard said 2nd and 7, but where they had the ball marked, the ball's actually even with the first down marker. So they're calling a 3rd down even though the ball is in front of the chains. How do you have a 3rd and 1 when the ball is past the line to gain marker?
Well, they're going to have to straighten it out because it's
complete disorganization from the officials here.
Yeah, Mike Madden obviously not very happy at all.
So then there was no penalty, but now they can't agree on the spot. And the Boo Birds out right now for the Zebras. Carl, but you know what this gives us a chance to do? Now it gives us a chance to talk about Brian Maloney. That's right, a proud Coatesville alum, Brian Maloney, is your hometown realtor with Vanguard Realty Alliance. Just like your Red Raiders, Brian outworks the competition and takes his clients across the goal line. Give Brian a call at 484-678-0113 if you're looking to sell, buy, or invest in real estate. That's Brian Maloney with Vanguard Realty Alliance.
He's calling it 3rd and 1, Mikey.
I'm still not quite understanding the spot because I'm lined up almost a yard behind where the first down marker is. The ball is in front of me. So this is inches they need then. And Carl, the Cougars have stripped the ball, but they already blew the play dead. Either way, it is a loss of yardage for the Red Raiders and a great play by the Cougar defense. That's a loss of...
They're going to punt the football. Big defensive play there.
Huge play by the Cougar defense there, Carl.
This Downingtown East defense has really come out to play. It has really made it an exciting first half.
And a fair catch is called for by Vasily at the 10-yard line. That's where the Cougars are going to take over after this word from the Coatesville Christmas Parade. Chester County's largest hometown Christmas parade is coming to town on Saturday, December 7th. The Coatesville Christmas Parade marches down Lincoln Highway starting at 10 a.m. Come see Philly String Bands, the Eagles Pep Band, and new this year, Riley's Raiders and the 76ers Sixers. There will be fire trucks, antique cars, floats, community groups, and costume characters. And of course, Santa Claus himself will be there. To register to march or for more information, go to CoatesvilleChristmasParade.com. We are back live at Cottmeyer Stadium as the Cougar defense has just gotten another stop, but they're deep in their own territory. If the Red Raiders can get a stop, they're going to get great field position. That's Ugla taking the snap.
That was a great punt, by the way, by Dupree Bryant there. He's very good hang time and deep. Couldn't ask for a better punt.
What can he do, Carl? I think the Red Raider defense has gotten used to the Wildcat. So Ugla just takes a good old-fashioned handoff, and he's got a... They're going to say he has enough for a first down. They do. They're saying to move the chains. Carl, the ref on the far side of the field didn't think he had enough because he was delayed in pointing for the chain gang to move. Bryant on the carry. In fact, the chain gang actually had moved it to say it was a third down, but the ref that was closer to the play said, no, it's a first. Not much room to run for Bryant there. Pickup of just 2.
Yeah, Stanley gets as much as he can get. I'll tell you, he is a hard-nosed running back. Kind of reminds me of Delvin Cook, the way Cook runs for the Vikings.
Person feeling the pressure. He throws it up. He's got a wide open man. Pass is complete to Nick Lovinguth, and he's going to go in for the score. 78-yard touchdown reception for the Cougars.
What a play. Oh, my goodness.
This
Drew
Cougars sideline
Person lays it up perfectly. He was under attack, makes a great throw and a great catch. What an exciting play.
Carl, this Cougars sideline is fired up right now. The crowd is fired up. And the Coatesville players are trying to figure out what just happened as there was great pressure in Person's face, and he just threw it up. His man just kept running. And the ball found the ball right in his hands. It was perfectly thrown. Perfect execution by the Cougars. What a play. The extra point is up, and it is good. The Cougars take a 14-7 lead with 9:10 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this word from Chester County Transmissions.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
We are back live at Cottmeyer Stadium as the Cougars just had a 90-yard drive that was capped off by a 78-yard touchdown by Nick Lovinguth, Carl.
Yeah, that was a surprise of surprises. But that's the type of big plays you need against this Coatesville team.
But the Red Raiders have shown they can answer, and Dupree Bryant is one of those guys that frequently has the answer for them, but it's a good job by the Cougars' kick coverage. Let's see how these Cougars took the lead.
Nobody picked up Lovinguth on the play as he ran free. Person under great pressure somehow got the ball where he could catch it. Exciting play.
Can the Red Raiders answer? Ortega with plenty of time. Pass is complete to Artie Burgess.
Yeah, Downingtown East trying to keep the play in front of them. They are giving them that short pass. And if you're Coatesville, you got to take it.
We say a 4-yard run is worth it. A 4-yard reception as well. They got 9 there, Carl.
Right. But when you have that kind of speed, it's strategic on Mike Mattis' part.
Ortega rushes for another Red Raider first down. Coatesville will take this. I don't think they want to give up any big plays, but they will take you giving them a first down every play or every other play.
Yeah, I think they're trying to hope that maybe Coatesville will make a mistake, or they could hold them or make a big play on defense like they did on the sack of Ricky Ortega on the last drive. Smart football.
Carl, this Cougar defense continues to impress. That was Patrick Tormey there.
Patrick Tormey on the tackle for a loss. Yeah, they're going to call it a 1-yard loss.
Carl, if I'm reading correctly, Will Howard has 148 yards in the first half tonight as they lead. Sorry, in the first quarter or first half. I don't know the exact stat, but it is 21-0 West leads Avongrove. And if this score holds and the Downingtown West score holds, we will have a 3-way tie for the National Division crown. A lot of ball left to be played, but this Cougar defense is trying their best to stop the Red Raiders, but that short passing game again, Carl. Abdul Stewart with the reception.
Again, the great play by Ortega getting away from the pressure to get that ball out to Abdul Stewart. 9-yard gain and puts him in a pretty good spot to get the first down.
3rd and 1, ball on the Cougar 48. Ortega takes it himself. Easily, oh no, does not easily get the first down. He decided to take it outside. Carl, he got the first down, but he had a little bit of a hole to get another 2 or 3 yards. I think he was trying for the big play instead.
Right.
Took it outside. He was still able to get the first, but the way this Cougar defense is playing, take what they're giving you.
Right. He could have had like 3-4 yards there, just taking it up the middle. Instead, he went outside and he just got the 1 yard.
It's just going to be a 1-yard gain by Wesley. Ashon Wesley. Carl, we have a defense in Coatesville that gives up 12.5 points, a defense in Downingtown East that gives up 14 points. So it's hard to say a low-scoring affair favors one team too much, but I think if you have to say it favors anyone, it would be the Cougars, since this is a very powerful Red Raider offense. Ortega completes the pass for a first down and then some. Still going into the end zone is Jordan Angler, Carl. What a play. We usually get a little bit more up for a touchdown call, but was not expecting that to happen. Just great effort. Angler single-handedly giving the Red Raiders the chance to tie this game, because we have seen Coatesville have some issues in the kicking game, but that was all Angler there.
Yeah, that was. Once Ortega got him the ball, he did an excellent job running with it, getting it all the way into the end zone for a big Coatesville touchdown.
Yeah, he went up to get that one, and then all effort fighting off the tackler. Extra point is up, and it is good. Your score on the Chesmont Game of the Week is Coatesville 14, Downingtown East 14 with 6:10 left to go in the second quarter. It's been a heck of a game, Carl.
It sure has. 69-yard drive, 7 plays. And then topped off by a Jordan Engler touchdown on a terrific play by him as he got the ball in a little bit of space, but he had to break some tackles, and he rode right into the end zone to get this game tied.
Carl, before kickoff, I want to talk to you about Sardella Eye Associates. Sardella Eye Associates has been providing the very best in eye care to families in Chester County for over 20 years. Sardella Eye Associates provide comprehensive eye exams, treatment, and management of eye disorders, dry eye therapy, eyeglasses, contact lenses, and more. Go see them at their conveniently located offices at 1810 East Lincoln Highway in Coatesville, or give them a call at 610-466-9909. Short kick, ball caught at the 12. But good job in kick coverage. You can see the number. Looks like Prophet Shockley. Nice job by Shockley. Let's take a look at that touchdown reception by Engler. Oh, just great effort by Engler on that play.
46 yards in total on that touchdown pass.
And just a small 2-yard pickup by the Cougars, but I think the key on that play is Ugla holding on to the ball. This is a Red Raider defense that's known for forcing turnovers.
This has been a very well-played game so far. Both teams executing their offense. Defenses are strong. We have a penalty flag coming in late.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Coatesville, Carl. Penalties have been a Red Raider problem, but not the last few games. But we will see them get a personal foul here and there throughout the game.
Well, this is a big penalty. It's Downingtown East, good field position here. And they didn't have to do anything to get it. Fortunately, we have no idea what happened on that play that caused that penalty. It'll go up to the 45-yard line for a first down.
15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct against Coatesville with the first down for Downingtown East on the 45.
Carl, on our Twitter account, tweet was sent out saying great defense tonight, but then we've had some great offensive plays. But I think the defense allowing just an occasional big play here and there is a testament to both defenses. What tough running, Carl, by the Cougars, as that is Stanley Bryant.
That was absolutely outstanding by Stanley Bryant.
And you can hear the applause by the Cougar faithful on the effort by Bryant there.
Man among boys there. Look at this.
And Carl, he was just dragging a defender that had his feet and tried truck sticking another defender, but there is a flag on the far side of the field. It's going to be a sideline warning against Coatesville, I believe. We saw both teams get that, I believe, in the first half of last week's game at Cottmeyer Stadium when it was the Whippets hosting the Red Raiders. You get one warning and then it becomes a penalty the next time. But Stanley Bryant,
he's like a man among boys. Like, running, they just could not tackle him.
I don't think Coach Ortega's liked what he's seen on these last couple of plays as he calls a timeout, and you can hear the Cougar faithful making some noise.
And Coach Ortega's coming out to talk to his defensive football team as they're getting beat on the line of scrimmage.
Want to give a shout out to Wegmans, a proud supporter of Chesmont football and ChesmontFootball.com. That's Wegmans Food Markets. You can apply online at Wegmans.com/careers. Also, want to tell you about SWI, or Service Wholesale Incorporated. They're your place to go for building materials and products. They supply quality materials for the building, construction, remodeling, and lumber industries. Their motto is service with integrity. Visit them at 4810 Horseshoe Pike in Downingtown or give them a call at 610-518-5187. That's SWI. First and 10, ball on the 34. Carl, you said it, that penalty was big against Coatesville, and the Cougars have followed up with 2 big plays in a row, though there is a great job by the Red Raider defense.
Yeah.
And on that play was Derek Seagreaves.
Derek Seagreaves and Artie Burgess. They got him from top to bottom there and made sure he didn't get any yardage.
There's a reason why these are 2 of the top coaches, not just in Chesmont and Southeastern PA. Person fumbles the snap. It was a well-taken timeout by the Red Raiders. They come out with a great defensive play. They get lucky with Person dropping that one, but they don't allow him to recover and make a big play. As now it is 3rd and 11. So this Cougar drive that had all the momentum is now in a 3rd and long.
Yeah, I agree. That timeout was effective. Puts Downingtown East in a tough situation here. Let's see if they can make a big play.
Ugla spits out to wide receiver. And Carl, I do believe we might have another Coatesville timeout, as I don't think Coach Ortega liked what he saw there defensively. So we're going to take a timeout real quick to hear from our friends at Washington Hose Company #1.
The Washington Hose Company is located at 376 East Lincoln Highway, serving the city of Coatesville and the surrounding communities for almost 150 years. Our dedicated EMS staff of volunteer and career are proud to provide EMS services 24/7, 365 days a year. WHC offers first aid, CPR AD, babysitting, and several other training for first aid and certification classes. To take a class or volunteer, please contact us at 610-384-6464. Be safe.
Buying, selling, or renting a home is an important transaction, and who you choose to represent you and your family matters. The Matt Gorin Group has a track record of success, having sold the most houses in the Coatesville area in the past 15 years. We are local experts who grew up here, live here, and serve here. Please call the Matt Gorin Group for your local real estate needs at 610-BALD-GUY. Yes, that's 610-BALD-GUY, or visit callthebaldguy.com. The Matt Gorin Group says, go Red Raiders. And Ugla gets a very good run on 3rd down. It's not enough for a first down, but it makes it a very manageable 4th down, Carl.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted, and I'm sure Coatesville didn't want them to get that many yards. It's 4th and 3.
And they're going to run it again, but they are going to be stopped, Carl, about a yard short. Nice job there by the Red Raider defense.
Yeah, they're short.
I don't think the Cougar offense wanted to believe they didn't get it, but it was pretty clear they were a yard short. But they did what they needed to do in that 3rd down. When they had the 3rd and 7 earlier, Carl, you said they don't want to be in that position because they don't really have the plays to convert that. And it was going to be a 4th down they couldn't go for. They were deep in Coatesville territory, so going for 4th down and having the run on 3rd made sense. But
I would have liked Stanley Bryant to have run that ball on that play.
Or maybe just try and do a run-pass option of some sort. I think they just wanted to try and catch Coatesville off guard doing a quick snap there. But the Red Raiders have the ball back. It's a tie ball game. They're looking to take their first lead of the game. Can the Cougar defense get another stop?
Nice run by Ashon Wednesday as he gets 4 yards.
Second and 7 after the 3-yard pickup by the Red Raiders. Ortega does a great job avoiding pressure, but sticking with the play was number 62, Johnny Luongo.
Great job by Johnny Luongo. Like you said, he missed him on the first one, but he stayed with it, and that's what you got to do.
That's the effort you expect from a Mike Maddox coach team. The player misses but gets up, sticks with it. Ortega showing great athletic ability to avoid the sack, but
yeah, they've had that effort all night, Mikey, in the first half. Well played defensive first half.
3rd and 7. If they can get a stop here, that might put them in position to have the last drive of the half. Do they put the ball in Bryant's hand? Carl, a little bit of a fiasco there, but it's going to lead to a Red Raider first down. I don't believe Ortega was expecting the snap. It hit him in the hands, but he picked it up and got it to his man.
Yeah, great job by Ricky Ortega.
Let's take a quick look at the replay of that snap if we can get it in before this next play.
And we can.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting it. It hit him in the chest. And it was not enough for the first down, Carl. Couldn't tell because the spot was on the far side of the field. He's a half a yard short, but still considering that could have been disastrous for the Red Raiders. Do they go for the 4th down, knowing they still have a chance to score perhaps before the end of the half, or do they punt it and trust their talented defense? We're going to have to see what Coach Ortega decides. Folks, just a reminder, you can follow us on Twitter at ChesmontFB. You can like us on Facebook at 3CTV Live or follow us on Instagram at 3CTV Live. Also, you can advertise on the Chesmont Game of the Week by calling 610-269-5000 for sponsorship opportunities. And after this punt, want to talk to you about the upcoming playoffs for Chesmont. But first, we're going to see Dupree Bryant punt the ball for the Red Raiders. And Downingtown East is going to let it bounce. It goes out of bounds to the 25-yard line. They still have 2:11 and 2 timeouts, so they can take the lead back, Carl. We're talking about the playoffs. Playoffs start next week. We would love to bring you the first round of the playoffs, but the playoffs are much more expensive to broadcast, so we need your help. If you're a business in the area, give us a call at 610-269-5000 to sponsor the game. If you're watching the game right now at a business, say, hey, we want to see the game here next week. Give these guys a call. But if you're a fan, you can go into ChesmontFootball.com. In the top right corner, there is a button that says contribute, and then after you click that, you can click donate. Go on there. It'll help us to bring you not just the first round, but hopefully multiple rounds of the PIAA playoffs. There's a good run on first down by the Cougars, but Carl, these are two teams that are definitely making the playoffs. Downingtown West is certainly making it as well. So we'd love to bring you the first rounds. You can see your Stanley Bryants, your Dupree Bryants,
Yep.
your Will Howards going forward in the playoffs. Bryant on the carry again. Going to be stopped at the 35-yard line.
Be a first down. Very impressive young man, Stanley Bryant. That they get him back next year will be he will be their feature running back next season.
Yeah, really had a star-making performance in that battle of the Brandywine. Minute 28 left to go. Not a ton of urgency left for the Cougars, even though they have 3 timeouts. But there's a good run by Spencer Ugla. They're going to spot him. The ref on the far side of the field has him at the 45. The ref on the near side has him at the 44. But the ref on the far side wins out. It's going to be a Cougar first down. As there's some confusion in the chain gang, as they stopped, they have it marked as being second down, but now they're moving. Person drops back. He throws it up to nobody as he was throwing it in the area of Connor Noble, but he stopped running, Carl. That's a wasted play.
Wasted play does stop the clock with only 57 seconds to go.
But I think Coach Matta with 3 timeouts would rather have had a play lead to something there, even if you gain a yard or two and have to call the timeout.
Yeah, I agreed.
Second and 10, ball on the 45. Had to be smart with the ball because we've seen Coatesville can score in just one play. That's Ugla on the run. Lowers his shoulder, takes it into Coatesville territory. Do the Cougars call a timeout? They have not yet, Carl. I think it's because it's third down, and they're not sure if they don't get this. They don't want the Red Raiders to have more clock.
Yeah, good point.
It's 3rd and 2. Stanley Bryant and the Wildcat, he gets the first down, so the clock will stop for moving the chains, but they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I would. You can hear Coach Matta from here saying timeout.
So 1st and 10, ball on the Red Raider 44-yard line. Been in a very impressive half for the Cougars, Carl.
Yeah, you couldn't have designed it out much better. Very, very good Coatesville team. We said they'd have to play a perfect game, and so far I would say they've come pretty close. They're matching Coatesville stride by stride.
Now, if you're Coatesville offensively, it's not been your best half, but you are also tied. So if your defense can play as strongly as they have all season, you're just going in tied. You're not losing. And we know both these coaches are going to have great halftime speeches, and they're going to make the adjustments that they need to give their teams each a chance to get the victory.
Yes, I believe Downingtown East will get the ball to start the second half.
Folks, just a reminder, this game is archived on ChesmontFootball.com, or you can go onto YouTube, type in Chesmont Football, click on our logo, or click on the game titled Downingtown East Coatesville. Bryant on the run. And Carl, so one of the players get pushed into the bench, but that was a player that was already on the sideline, so there's not a late hit or anything. It was close, but the man who went into the bench was already on the sideline, so I understand the lack of flag there. And the refs are looking for a ball.
Good job by Stanley Bryant getting out of bounds, so they didn't have to use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
This is where, though, they're
going to need a big play here somewhere.
Yeah, their inconsistent passing game is what hurts them here. Is they're looking to pass and they throw it up and it's out of the hands of Lovinguth, but they needed to do something, Carl. They couldn't just keep running with the time that was left on the clock.
Agreed. And it would have had to been a perfect pass for Lovinguth to catch that one, and he overthrew him.
Downingtown West leads Avon Grove 28-0. Bishop Shanahan leads Great Valley 7-0. Unionville leads Sun Valley at 14-0. It's Westchester Ruston over Henderson 6-0. And Westchester East leads Oxford 28-7. Stanley Bryant with the run. He's going to be stopped well short of the first down marker. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
He's letting it run.
Carl, do you call a timeout and just try and throw it up for a Hail Mary, or do you not want to run the risk of an interception return? They call the timeout. I think they are just going to throw it up, Carl, and hope something goes their way. Maybe they get a penalty, get an untimed down.
Yeah, that's exactly why they're doing that. I guess they're going to throw the ball in the end zone. You might as well, right? I mean, gives yourself the chance. The only bad thing, this could be an interception.
You were at a game a few years ago where DePong, I believe, won it on an interception return for a touchdown against Garnet. Great crowd again here on hand at Contmire Stadium. The Coatesville faithful have shown out. The Downtown East faithful have had a great crowd last week. We had a great crowd for the Battle of the Brandywine. That's why I love Chesmont football so much, as the fans come out. Now, even though Coatesville defeated Downingtown West is actually ranked higher in the playoff point rankings due to their difficulty of schedule. But Coatesville, I would be shocked if they win tonight if they did not host a playoff game. Even with the loss tonight, I still think they may. They're pressuring Person. He throws it up, and ball is thrown out of bounds. And that's going to do it for the first half. It is the Downingtown East Cougars 14, the Coatesville Red Raiders 14. This is the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Stay tuned. After a little bit of a break at halftime, we're going to have Pete Foster and Alan Foster with some first half highlights and first half analysis. So stay tuned.
Okay, ladies and Gentlemen, here is tonight's 50-50 winning ticket number. It's 947 7979. 77979. If you have that winning ticket, cash prize, the Downingtown East Boosters Club thanks you for your 94779.
One more thing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Good evening. Good evening. This is Chesmont Football.
This is Alan Foster.
This is Chesmont Football. Peter Foster with Alan Foster with the halftime show. And we are here in Downingtown, Pennsylvania with the Downingtown East Cougars versus the Coatesville Red Raiders. And Alan, tell me, what have you seen?
It's an amazing. Listen. I'm standing up here behind the camera, and I'm seeing these guys there. You got two great teams right now that are fighting. You got two great coaches that are putting their heads together. And listen, 14-14, that kind of tells the story.
Yes, it's been a very tight game so far. The defenses have played up to par. I really thought that Coatesville's offense, after last week's miraculous great win against Downingtown West, would come out here with a stronger effect. But it seems to be a tight game so far.
Well, you know what happens, Pete? Listen, it's also, too, a lot of times when you have that game that you work hard for, that takes a lot out of you. So the next time, it's sometimes it's hard to get up for that next game. And, listen, playing Coatesville, you know how that goes. This is a competitive team. They're both competitive. They're going to put all that they can now when they get out on the field. You know, Ortega, the quarterback, I mean, he's going to Villanova. Young's going to Villanova. You got two guys that are connecting. These guys are going to be hard to beat. But I see everybody's putting up a terrific fight. Like I said, we got 14-14. I think we got some highlights that we're going to be going over.
Yeah, let's go over the highlights that we've seen so far. In our first touchdown, well,
this
Ugler.
is beautiful. Look at this. Look at the run. Look at the cutback.
With about a 25, 30-yard touchdown run to open up the game, 7-0. And then we have a good touchdown by Ortega to Bryant, tying up the score 7-7 in the second quarter.
Right, but you know what I saw, Pete, on that? I saw a missed tackle on that. And that was a beautiful catch right there. Now, look, nobody's around him. Where's my defense on that? Okay, they got to cover him. Listen, that was a beautiful catch on him. That was a beautiful throw.
And the last touchdown we've seen was Jordan Engler with a touchdown reception to tie up the score to 14-14.
Look at him hit. Did you see that? There's some missed tackles again. I mean, these kids are running hard out there. So they're going to have to both step up, and defense is going to be the number one thing, I think, that's either going to win this game or lose this game. I don't know. What do you think about that, Mr. Foster?
Yeah, I think that coming out in the second half, Coatesville has to keep with their passing game. That's what's worked for them so far tonight, and we can see if their running game can step up, but they have to have a tighter defense. And for Downingtown East, I think just keep playing their game how they played. They've passed expectations tonight. Big gains on the ground and through the air to get both of their scores. And I think that they'll come out with a good second half game plan, and things will come out just fine.
Listen, what you're saying is I agree with you 100% out there. I think that they're going to put together the game plan for the second half. That's how teams usually go. You see what's going on out there. You get a feel for the other team. So you go back into the locker room. You put your game plan together. I know Coach Ortega, he's going to have his game plan. Downingtown always has their game plan together. I mean, these, again, two great coaches that have been coaching for a while. So we're going to see when they come out. The changes that they make, it's going to be, to me, the ball's going to have to go into the air. I know Coatesville likes to pass. He also likes to run, but it's going to be on defense to me. If they're going to step up, it's the team that's going to gang tackle, which I always say, and that's going to stop your guy. If you have a guy that's running out there on you, you need to make sure that you put your hands on him and you tackle. I mean, these are basic things that we go through when we do football. So, Pete, listen, it's always good to have you out here. I want to send a shout out and let the people know that we are in the process of doing the playoffs. And listen, and we need your contribution. So, Mike is going to give you the number again. It's going to be flashed up on the screen. This is Alan Foster. We got Pete Foster out here. Again, we want to bring you the playoffs, so we need some sponsors out there. We had some people step up to the plate. But come on, people. You guys have been watching this for free, and we've been trying to keep this for free for you. So I'm asking. This is Alan Foster. Pete.
All right. Foster with Alan Foster, bringing you the ChesmontFootball.com halftime show.
And there's the number, Pete. I didn't want to interrupt you, but there's a number, people. Look, 610-269-5000. Get up off your phone. I know you're watching the game. We got the views out there. We record this on YouTube, ChesmontFootball.com, so you can watch the game over and over again. Give us a shout. We got people manning the phones right now. Okay, so that's 610-269-5000. This is Alan Foster and Pete Foster bringing you the halftime show. I hope you're enjoying the game. We got a good crowd out here, Pete. They're getting ready to come back out. So let's see if they can put that game plan together. I see the kickers out there. That's always something to look at. These guys, they're kicking from 30, 40 yards out here. What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, we'll bring you the halftime show coming back live with Mikey and Carl in the booth. ChesmontFootball.com. We'll take you there.
Welcome back to the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. I am Mikey Dunn, joined by Carl Rubman, and your score is a surprising 14-14 at Kottmeyer Stadium. It was the Downingtown East defense showing that they were not going to be bullied by the Red Raider offense, and it was a Red Raider defense that's played as they've been playing all year, Carl. Great play by both defenses, but let's talk about the scoring. How did we get to this 14-14 score, Carl?
Okay, Mikey, so Downingtown East got us started, and it was Spencer Ugla on a 31-yard run off a drive of 69 yards, and it gave the Downingtown, the extra point was good, and Downingtown East took the lead. Coatesville came back on a 69 drive of their own, and this time it was Dupree Bryant catching a pass from Ricky Ortega from 30 yards out to tie the score. At the end of the first quarter, it was 7-7. Then Downingtown East got the big play of the game so far. It was Drew Person to Nick Lovengoff for 78 yards that capped a 90-yard drive in 4 plays. They gave the East a 14-7 lead. And then Coatesville again came back. This time it was a pass play again from Ortega to Jordan Engler, who caught a shorter pass but ran it in from 46 yards out. The extra point was good, and we have a tie score at 14-all here at halftime.
I was talking with Pete DiGiovanni from the Daily Local News, just saying how this is what Downingtown East has needed to do to stay in the game, but them not having a consistent passing game is going to make it a little tough for them. And the Wildcat, they probably won't be able to sustain. But the way their defense is played, if they force a turnover, that could be the game-deciding play. They will get the ball to start the half.
Yeah, turnover or, again, a big play like the one they had to Lovengoff. They're going to need something like that.
And for Coatesville, offensively, will they change it up a little bit? One thing that hasn't changed is the good kickoff coverage by the Red Raiders, Carl.
Yeah, what a great tackle there. One-on-one tackle by Prophet Shockley.
First and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Will they keep going with the Wildcat? Will they try to switch it up a little bit? The Coatesville student section with the defense chant. Going to be a run by Ugla. Again, reviewing the division title implications. Coatesville wins. They win the division outright. It'll be their 4th consecutive division title. If Downingtown East wins and Downingtown West wins tonight, which they are blowing out Avongrove, it is going to be a 3-way tie for the National Division crown. Bryant on the carry takes it up to the 25. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Carl, we said it in pregame. Between East and Coatesville in this decade, 7 National Division titles.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, Mikey.
And there's an impressive play by the Coatesville defense, as that is Jordan Engler taking down Person in the backfield.
Yeah, he had no chance on that play as he was right on him. He had to take a big loss.
Let's take a look at the replay before this punt, Carl. Nice job there by the Red Raider defense.
Second big play of Engler in the game. This one on defense.
Carl, was he even touched getting into the backfield?
I don't believe he was.
So the Red Raiders look like they're going to get good field position, and the ever-dangerous Dupree Bryant back to return this punt.
Takes a good bounce.
As it's still rolling through, the Red Raiders are going to have great field position with the ball at their own 49, but the ball didn't end up in Bryant's hands, so that's a win for the Cougars. I want to give a shout out to Leone's Pizza in Downingtown for providing the ChesmontFootball.com crew with the delicious meal tonight. They're located at 102 Wallace Avenue in Downingtown, next to the Kerr Park Wawa, and have amazing pizza, strombolis, sandwiches, pasta dishes, and more. You can call this Downingtown institution at 610-873-2500 or order online at leonespizzadowningtown.com. Ortega throws it up, hits his man in stride. The refs are talking about it. And it is a completion. I thought it was, but it looked like there was a conversation being had. Pass was complete to Artie Burgess. Beautiful throw by Ortega.
Yeah, beautiful throw, beautiful catch. And they're deep in Downingtown East territory here.
The danger of keeping the ball away from Bryant. you still give them good field position. Ortega takes it himself. Takes it down to the 15.
Effective run there for Ortega as he goes off tackle and gets 6 yards.
Ortega keeps the football. Garrett Griffin in on the tackle. And 6, second down.
Not the start that Downingtown East was looking for here.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
Ortega stopped by Brickton. And at 2, it's 3rd down
3rd and 2.
on the 13.
Ortega takes it himself. He's got the first down. He's tripped up. That is a potential touchdown saving tackle by Basili.
Yeah, Basili saved the touchdown there as Ricky was gone. But they do get a 1st and goal here. It'll be very difficult for East to stop them. But that's what they need to do.
They've shown they can come up with the big play. They had a huge sack earlier. Ortega takes it himself, and they wrap him up. That's what they've been doing all night with the exception of the 2 touchdowns. And one of them was great speed by Bryan. The other one was just great effort by Engler. 2nd and goal from the 7. When it's a matchup of speed versus power, who wins? Lately it's been speed, but power putting up a good fight tonight. Ortega rolls out. This man's got a step, and he's got a touchdown. That's John Ruttman on the touchdown reception.
Beautifully executed play there, Mikey. He hits Ruttman for a touchdown to give Coatesville the lead.
Nice job by Ortega rolling out. Ruttman runs the route, gets a step or 2 on his man. Perfectly executed. Kick is up, and it is good. The Red Raiders have their first lead of the night. They lead 21-14 with 8 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. The 4th annual Red Run Challenge takes place on December 7th before the famous Coatesville Christmas Parade. Registration is now open, so go to runsignup.com/RRC4 and register today. Cash awards to the top racers and medals by age group, as well as prizes for the most festive participants. So grab your tutu, your costume, or your holiday bling, lace up your sneaks, and race for the win. The proceeds from this festive 5K race and walk go 100% to helping young adults in Chester County with their next step in life. We see the potential in all. Come for the race, stay for the parade.
That's Ricky Ortega's 3rd touchdown pass of the evening. Not the way Downingtown East wanted to have the 2nd half start.
Can they get better starting field position here? They can by about 4 yards. Let's take a look of that touchdown pass to Ruttman.
Bryant returns it. LeBron Bessick in on the tackle for Coatesville.
It's just a well-run route, Carl.
20-yard return.
Yes, good execution on that play. Ortega hits him in stride, and Ruttman runs it in.
It's a pickup of 2 on that play.
Big drive here, Mikey, for Downingtown East. So they don't want to punt the football and give Coatesville a chance to go up by 2 scores. But they're not going anywhere.
And aside from one pass play that was kind of just a thrown up ball by Person, again, a good play, but almost a kind of lucky play. Their passing game has been largely ineffective tonight. Now they find themselves in a 3rd and 8, and they don't want to put their defense back on the field because as strong as they are, Carl, they can wear down. The Coatesville fans making some noise. Person drops back. Pass is complete to Luke Conley. Carl, nowhere for him to go.
You know, and he had to get rid of the ball, and he executed the pass perfectly, but not only did they have a rush, they had great coverage on the pass. So give Coatesville defense a lot of credit there.
They tried to run a Coatesville play there, but not to the same level of execution.
Well, no, they don't have the speed there on the outside like Coatesville has.
4th and 6, Downingtown East, second drive of the half, second punt of the half.
Now there's the question, are they going to be able to stay with them in the second half?
A lot of time on the punt. It's a good high punt. Brian's not going to be able to get a return again, as the ball is going to be down at the 34-yard line. That's where the Red Raiders will take over after this word from Beaver Creek Tavern. Whether looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. We are back live at Compmeyer Stadium as we'll hear from our friends at Beaver Creek Tavern again in just a moment or two. But the Red Raiders are going to take over. Ball on the 35-yard line with 6:05 left to go in this third quarter. They lead by 7, their first lead of the game, but they're looking to try to add to their lead as their defense has just forced a 3-and-out. Handoff goes up the middle. Good job there by the Cougars.
Demetrius McLean-Jackson on a 2-yard gain there, Mike.
We've yet to see a completed deep pass to Bryant. Is that something they're looking to do tonight? Are they just trying to do the short passing game some more? Now it's the Cougar fans making some noise. Ortega has an open man and a first down. Pass is complete to Abdul Stewart. It's a good number 2 option, Carl.
Yes, and he'll be back for another season next year. Sure, he'll be making an impact for them next year also.
Ortega takes it himself. There was no hole there, Carl. He had to kind of dance there for a second, but then the hole did not open up.
Yeah, he's used to holes the last 4 years. For him to do whatever he wants, you know, he's very elusive. Once he gets free, but when you run up the middle like that, and there's 4 guys on you, there's not a lot of room to run.
I think this Cougar defense knows the importance of not allowing points on this drive because although they put up 14 in the first half, they don't want to have to double that just to be able to tie it in the second. Pass is complete for a first down to DeMonte Reason.
Yeah, just too easy, Mikey. It's really just pitch and catch here. Is again, the speed is the difference between these two teams. As they're not able to stay with the wide receivers, and they're able to complete passes.
And with Coatesville having the lead now, being able to just get first downs every other play, 5-6 yards at a clip, that works in their favor because they're running down the clock and they're not giving up their lead. And Ricky Ortega and his fellow seniors have never lost a Chesmont game. Ortega throws it to Bryant. Just a great route by Dupree Bryant, Carl.
I thought maybe he may have stepped out of bounds, but I guess he didn't.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but did a nice job. Looked like it was a deep route, and then he came back for it. Ortega found him. 2nd and 1. Ball on the 30. It's been a fast-moving third quarter. Ortega taking it himself. Takes a big shot at the 25.
Big shot. Doing Jones there on that shot to Ortega. Of course, when you're
in 6, 1st and 10 at the 24.
Ortega's got an open man. His receiver just found an open hole in that zone, and he's got a first down. Just smart play by these Red Raiders, Carl.
Yeah, again, just pitch and catch and using their speed and wide open, and Ricky just laying it in there. Really, really easy play.
Carl, what a difference a couple of minutes makes. You had a Downingtown East defense sideline that was fired up. They were jumping up and down. They were making some noise. Now everybody's just kind of standing there thinking, oh, what's going to happen next? Ball thrown up to Bryant. It's almost intercepted by James Basili.
That would have been a big play if James Basili, who's maybe been their best defensive player tonight.
Yeah, there was
makes that play.
The coverage was there, and then Basili came in to help. 2nd and goal, ball on the 7. If Coatesville does not score on these next 2 plays, do you go for it or do you kick the field goal? I guess it depends on where you're at. Bryant takes the jet sweep. They do a good job wrapping him up, trying to catch the number there. I do believe it was Cannon Lucas Murphy.
Carries the football, Cannon Lucas Murphy. And on the tackle.
Came out like a cannon there, taking out Bryant.
Did, big play. Now we got a 3rd down.
Loss of 1, 3rd and goal from the 8. If you're Downingtown East, you have to not allow the receivers to get that little bit of a step on you, because Ortega will find his man, and also have to watch out for Ortega on the run. Ortega rolls out. He's throwing it to the opposite side of the field, and he's got a man, and they've got a touchdown.
Beautiful play.
But, Carl, there's a flag on the play. Was that? Carl, it looked like there was possibly a pick there, maybe an offensive pass interference for a pick play. No, it's an illegal man downfield. Where the receiver ended up getting open at, it looked like there was it was a little cluttered in that area. I didn't know if that's what it was going to be, but I think the reason why it looked a little crowded was because of the illegal man downfield.
Yeah, it was actually a well-executed play where he rolled out to his right and then went back to the left and hit Engler for a beautiful touchdown.
I believe you're allowed, if you're an offensive lineman, to go a yard, maybe 2, past the line of scrimmage before the ball is thrown. And the official on top of it saw that the Red Raider offensive, or an eligible receiver, I'll say, was too far past. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal, ball on the 18-yard line. No, it's not on the 18. The scoreboard's saying the 18.
It's 13.
13, yeah, I don't know what. That's what I get for trusting the scoreboard. In my head, I'm thinking it's a 5-yard penalty. Went with the scoreboard. Go with your instincts, folks.
So now it gets interesting if this is an incompletion, whether they will go for it. 5 wide receivers.
Well, the slot receiver, there's a receiver that's currently not covered up right now. And they have a man open, Carl, but instead the ball is just thrown up, and it is incomplete. Carl, there was 2 guys covering 3 on the right side of the field.
Yeah, they had double coverage on Bryant there.
I guess they were going to him the whole time because there was 3 Cougar players over there, and then the one shifted. So Coatesville had an open receiver.
Important field goal, 31-yard attempt.
And we've seen their kicker has a powerful leg, but they've actually had a lot of issues with snaps and holds.
Snaps have been better tonight.
Kick is up, and it is good. The Red Raiders take a 24-14 lead with a minute 47 left to go in the third quarter. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Are you in the market for a new home or have a house to sell? Contact Kim Moralia, Real Estate with Kim Passion. As a lifelong resident of the area, her expertise is focused in Chester, Montgomery, and Delaware counties. For 15 years, Kim's passion for helping her clients reach their goals always shines through, whether you're buying or selling your home. Kim is an award-winning realtor with Coldwell Banker Preferred in Exton. Check out her website at kimsellsthesuburbs.com or call 484-368-9450. Chesmont Game of the Week also brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Chesmont football and ChesmontFootball.com. And guess what? They're hiring. Apply online. Go to Wegmans.com/careers. Carl, Coatesville did what they needed to do. They made it a 2-possession game, but Downingtown East also did what they needed to do. They didn't give up a touchdown there. That's big.
Could be big if they could get something going in the second half offensively, but so far they have not done anything.
And it's a good return for the Cougars. Their best of the night still going is Stanley Bryant. He's in Coatesville territory. That's the response they needed, Carl.
And I either saw a flag or a spot mark on that. I'm not sure. It is a flag.
Now I wonder if, usually when you see it that far down the field, you have a face mask, a horse collar, or there was an illegal block late there. And it's a face mask on the offense.
Wow.
I wonder if when he was trying to do the stiff arm, if he grabbed the face mask. So the good return brought back a little bit because of the face mask. Still going to be good field position for the Cougars. I want to take this opportunity to talk to you about the Coatesville Flower Shop. That's right, Coatesville Flower Shop is 7 years old and still going strong. This family-owned business is located at the corner of 3rd Avenue and East Lincoln Highway in Coatesville. Whatever the occasion, you can rely on their years of experience for expert advice and designs. They've been named one of FTD's top 200 floors in the nation for 10 consecutive years, with 4 generations of the DePedro family working there. They're happy to go the extra mile to meet your needs. More about them after this play, but we got a flag on the play, so we can finish talking about Coatesville Flower Shop. Guess what, folks? Coatesville Flower Shop, they deliver. Give them a call at 610-384-2667. And mention this ad tomorrow only, coupled with a Red Raider win in tonight's game, and you can buy 1 dozen roses, get 1 dozen roses free. Red roses are excluded. Carl, penalty on the Red Raiders there.
Coatesville offsides on that play. Give them a 1st and 5.
Got back some of the penalty yardage after the face mask. Person drops back. He throws it up. He's got a man.
No, you missed him.
Just a little too far. Pass intended for Matt Glazer, the fullback. He had him, Carl.
Nice design play there, Mikey. That's the kind of plays that they need. And Matt Glazer was open, but he didn't throw it in there. He overthrew him.
Like the attempt, but in the execution, not quite there. Carl, the scoreboard still showing it as 2nd and 10, but it's 2nd and 5 after they had the 5-yard penalty.
Haven't made the correction. Mr. Workhorse, Stanley Bryant.
Gonna bring up a 3rd and very manageable. Gonna need 1.
He got all those 4 yards by himself there, pretty much. Again, I would give it to Stanley Bryant.
Well, Carl, he's going to be taking the snap.
Wow, they gave it to him.
He's got the first down, and he's still going. He's going to be tripped up, but such a hard runner. Carl, that is
There
going
you
to be
go.
a personal foul. That is just a foolish play by the
Frank
Red
Johnson.
Raiders.
Frank Johnson there.
Carl, that's the only knock you could possibly have on this Coatesville team is they get a lot of personal fouls for plays like that.
Yeah, I mean, Frank just frustrated that he can't tackle Stanley Bryant. I mean, his team can't tackle him.
Yeah. But his team is up by 10, Carl, trying to keep the
Correct.
lead.
Got to
and
keep your composure. Got to keep your composure.
Now, as we've seen from this Coatesville team, though, when they have a penalty like that, when they have a play that doesn't go their way, they respond very strongly. If it's a penalty because you're being aggressive, like an offside, you're going to rush the passer. Coaches will take penalties like that, but penalties like that are just not acceptable. Wildcat again. Carl, I feel like I'm watching the Dolphins about 10, 15 years ago.
Spencer Underwood picks up a couple of yards for the Cougars.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 19. This could be the last play of the third quarter. Wildcat again. Bryant on the carry. He's got some room to the outside. He hurdles a man. He still saves a bounce. Carl, did he get in the end zone? He did. What a touchdown run by Stanley Bryant.
What a run, I tell you what. Stanley Bryant with an outstanding run as he leaps over a guy. He pretty much basically took the ball, Mikey, and ran the ball down the field, starting with the kick return, and pretty much did the whole thing by himself with some good blocking by his teammates. Stanley Bryant gets him back in the game.
So we await the extra point. Low snap. And it is good, Carl. It still gets in. Talk about a lucky break for the Cougars. Your score is Coatesville 24, Downingtown East 21. We'll be back after this word from Miller's Insurance.
Chester County's most trusted insurance agency. Whether it's for your automobile or your home, a life insurance policy, or coverage for your business. Since 1975, Miller's Insurance Agency has been protecting homes, property, people, and businesses throughout Chester County. Miller's guides you every step of the way, providing the best options, getting you the right policy that works best for you. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Insurance Agency. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
We are back live at Kottmeyer Stadium as the Downingtown East Cougars have just pulled back within 3. And Carl, that is a run that makes me glad that our games are archived, because that is a run I'm going to want to see over and over again, just as a fan of football. And if I'm a Cougar fan, I really want to see that again.
Yeah. Stanley Bryant has really impressed us this year.
Dupree Bryant, he's trying to have an impressive run. He's still going, Carl. There is a flag on the play, and he's still not down. Finally pushed out of bounds. Another flag thrown. Carl, I got to give him a shout out. This one official's got a cannon with his flag. Just threw it about 20 yards. Carl, Bryant was not expecting to see a deeper kick. I think he was expecting it to be another short kick by the Cougars. So he went back, got the ball, took it to the middle of the field, made a couple guys miss, took it to the outside, made several more miss. Now, where these flags were thrown, definitely think it's against the Red Raiders, and it is.
Yeah, no question. And so Downingtown East gets another break. They got a break on the extra point that was partially blocked and still managed to go over the goalpost. Now they get this break as Bryant gets a big kickoff return, and it comes all the way back, Mikey. And they're going to be, looks like at the 11-yard. They're on 11.
Let's take a look at the replay real quick before the last play of the third quarter. You see him hurdling a man and then leap into the end zone. What a run by Bryant. Ortega takes it himself. And he's going to be stopped after a short gain. He's going to be tackled at the 14-yard line. Pickup of 3. That's the final play of the third quarter. It is the Coatesville Red Raiders 24, the Downingtown East Cougars 21. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after a word about the Coatesville Christmas Parade. Chester County's largest hometown Christmas parade is coming to town on Saturday, December 7th. The Coatesville Christmas Parade marches down Lincoln Highway starting at 10 a.m. Come see Philly String Bands, the Eagles Pep Band, and new this year, Riley's Raiders and the 76ers Sixers. There will be fire trucks, antique cars, floats, community groups, and costume characters. And of course, Santa Claus himself will be there. To register to march or for more information, go to CoatesvilleChristmasParade.com. Little Chef proudly supports ChesmontFootball.com and wants everyone to enjoy the rest of the Chesmont season. Little Chef is located at 152 Strode Avenue in Coatesville and serves delicious food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether it's classic breakfast staples, homemade soups, tasty sandwiches, or blue plate specials, you can count on Little Chef to always leave you satisfied. And guess what? They can cater your event as well. Order online at littlechef.us or give them a call at 610-384-3221. That's Little Chef. Carl, this has been a impressive game and a bit of a surprise, but if you know Mike Matter's football teams, it's not too surprising.
No, they've really come out to play tonight, and Coatesville's going to have to play a full game to win this one tonight.
Second and 7, ball on the 14. Ortega rolls out. He's got Bryant. He dives to make the catch. Great effort by Dupree, as if he hits him with a good pass there, he's going to have a decent run after catch. But it's enough for a Red Raider first down.
Yep. Good. That's all they want to do now is get first downs.
Ortega, ball thrown in the dirt. Nice job there by the pressure.
Pass is incomplete. Justin Townsend.
Be really big here if Downingtown East could stop them, get the ball back.
Ortega drops back. There's pressure. He's able to avoid it. He does have an open man. Flag on the play. 2 flags on the play. Connor Noble looks very happy. I do believe the penalty is going to be on the Red Raiders. For you baseball fans up there, the Astros are leading the Nationals by a score of 2-0 in the top of the third. In the third game of the World Series. Legal man downfield again, Carl.
Wow.
Second time in 2 possessions they've been called for that. Last time it cost them a touchdown.
Of course, in the pros, we know who the illegal man is, but of course in high school they don't identify that.
Second and 14. Ortega. Pass is complete.
Nice tackle there.
Artie Burgess. He was running, but he was running laterally, trying to make the play.
Connor Noble has played an excellent defensive game, makes that big tackle there.
Carl, it is 3rd and 10. The Cougars trailed by 3. If they can get the stop here, they'll probably get the ball in Coatesville territory or close to it. This is a massive 3rd down.
Great. So massive. We may have a time.
It looks like there's a play clock issue, Carl.
Okay.
As I see the ref pointing that way, and the clock's not even at 0. It's just at a double dotted line. As the refs discuss this, let's talk about Sardella Eye Associates. Right, Sardella Eye Associates has been providing the very best in eye care to families in Chester County for over 20 years. Sardella Eye Associates provide comprehensive eye exams, treatment and management of eye disorders, dry eye therapy, eyeglasses, contact lenses, and more. Go see them at their conveniently located offices at 1810 East Lincoln Highway in Coatesville, or give them a call at 610-466-9909. Ortega drops back. Pass is almost intercepted. What a dangerous throw. James Basili again, Carl. You said Connor Noble is having a great game defensively.
Well, I mentioned Basili also.
That's almost the 2nd interception he's had tonight. And the Cougars are going to get the ball back. Carl, our Twitter poll had Coatesville at 92% of the fans saying they were going to win this game. Now, they do still have the lead, but that poll would dictate the Red Raiders heavy favorites. We had the Red Raiders as favorites in this game.
We sure did.
But we said a Coach Mike Matta team is never out of any game they play in, and they are putting up a great fight tonight.
Oh, bad play.
But that play right there is going to go in Coatesville's favor as the ball bounces and is down at the 21-yard line. Carl, they should have had great field position, but a fantastic pump by Bryant and a Coatesville bounce.
Well, Matt McDevitt unfortunately messed that up as he misjudged the ball like a fly ball. He let it go way over his head.
I don't think he was expecting as strong as a punt as he saw.
Well, he should have been. He's been kicking bombs all night.
1st and 10, ball on the 21.
That's a big play. Give Dupree Bryant credit for a big punt.
Yeah, he's
special teams.
He's had one big offensive play tonight, but that might be his biggest play of the night. Wildcat formation again. Carl, I'm curious as to what kind of hands does Stanley Bryant have? Can they maybe try and hit him in the passing game, just like Coatesville has done all night, putting the ball in their playmakers' hands? Can they hit him on a screen?
I don't know, but Mike Matt is using him big time here, and that's exactly what they should do. He's an unstoppable force. Maybe he can get them the victory. He is a bull.
And he's going to get another Cougar 1st down. Or do they stop him short?
That's a 1st down.
Yeah, Carl, the chain gang on the far side of the field,
slow.
They're not really taking the commands from the officials. As I saw the ref point, and they still kept standing. Saw him point again, they still just stood in place. Looked like there was some early movement there by the Cougars, Carl. They were eager to run that play. Or did they have a Red Raider offsides and that's why they were eager? Nope, it was illegal procedure. Got a little bit too excited.
Yep. Going to put them in a 1st and 15.
They were looking to get a strip there, Carl.
They sure were. It was John Rutman trying to get that ball out, but give you no turnovers tonight in Downingtown East. That was important for them. And so far, they're doing an excellent job not turning the ball over.
Carl, the big thing for that punt was, as we've said, they are a running team. They're a power running team. So having to drive 79 yards versus trying to drive 60 yards, those 19 yards make a big difference.
Absolutely. That was my point, and you couldn't have said it any better.
3rd and 8 for the Cougars. Their defense came up with a big stop. Can the offense help them out? Or could the Red Raider defense play as they've been playing all season? They call a timeout. We're going to take a timeout to hear from Chester County Transmissions.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Welcome back to Kottmeyer Stadium. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com, as it is a very close affair this evening. It's the Red Raiders 24, the Cougars 21. Another Chesmont action. Downingtown West defeated Avongrove 41-7, so they did what they needed to do. They won tonight. Again, Coatesville wins. They win the National Division outright. Downingtown East wins. We have a 3-way tie for the division crown. Bishop Shanahan leads Great Valley 28-7. Person drops back. He throws it up into triple coverage, and it is intercepted, but there is a flag on the play. It was intercepted by Artie Burgess, but Connor Noble, as soon as that pass was picked off, threw his hands up, wanting a call.
And he may have gotten it.
Carl, I didn't think that there was contact, though, that led to that interception, and they're calling pass interference.
I agree. I didn't see anything.
They threw it into triple coverage, and I don't think if there was any contact, it did not affect the ball not being caught by Noble. And let's take a look at that play, Carl. Let's see if we can see anything on that. There was contact at his legs, but the ball was underthrown for where he was going, but I guess they just gave it because there was contact.
Yeah, not a good call.
Bryant on the carry. He's got room to the outside. He breaks a tackle, and he's pushed out of bounds by Dupree Bryant. There's a flag on the play. Where was the contact? Maybe to the head? Their Red Raiders players are incensed right now.
We'll see if we have a replay on that to see if he actually did touch his head on that.
As Dupree just pushed him out of bounds, talking about a man among boys, just pushed him.
He did push him, but he may have pushed him in the head.
Oh, Carl, is that a sideline warning? I think that's what it is. So Coatesville was fired up, but I just saw the official gave the move back signal. So it is a sideline warning.
Good catch on your part. It just looked like it because they threw the flag.
Again, I totally understood why Coatesville's players were fired up, because it just looked like a simple, strong
push out of bounds.
Unless it was to the helmet, but it didn't look it. So
right.
Both teams, if they get a sideline penalty infraction again, it will be a penalty. Each team has been warned. Ugla on the run. He is stopped after picking up a half a yard.
Coatesville fans fired up on the sidelines.
They might not have gotten called for anything for that last play, but they are still not happy about that pass interference that kept this drive alive.
Yeah, it was a big play.
Bryant on the run.
He's got almost 5. What a night he's had, Mikey. One of the better performances of the season.
We have seen him twice this year. The first time we saw him was in the Battle of the Brandywine, where he had 126 yards and 4 touchdowns. Last week against Bishop Shanahan, 11 carries, 93 yards. He takes the snap. He's going to be stopped. Great play by who else, Carl?
Dupree Bryant. Great tackle. As we could see all night, he has not been able to be tackled one-on-one. And they're going to go for it.
Yeah, too far for a field goal. It is 4th and 5, 6:45 left to go in the game. Now, East does have all 3 timeouts. Carl, I think it's going to be another defensive timeout by the Red Raiders, and it is. So we'll be back after this word from Washington Hose Company number 1.
The Washington Hose Company is located at 376 East Lincoln Highway, serving the city of Coatesville and the surrounding communities for almost 150 years. Our dedicated EMS staff of volunteer and career are proud to provide EMS services 24/7, 365 days a year. WHC offers first aid, CPR AD, babysitting, and several other training for first aid and certification classes. To take a class or volunteer, please contact us at 610-384-6464. Be safe.
SWI, or Service Wholesale Incorporated, is your place to go for building materials and products. They supply quality materials for the building, construction, remodeling, and lumber industries. Their motto is service with integrity. Visit them at 4810 Horseshoe Pike in Downingtown or give them a call at 610-518-5187. Big 4th and 5. The Coatesville fans are making some noise, as they know this is a big play. They're a running team. Do they run it again? It's play action. The wide open receiver in the middle of the field. It's a first down for the Cougars. And gaining an extra yard after the initial hit is Matt Glazer. Carl, he had a chance for a huge play earlier. He just made a big one there, and that is what having a running game like this can do. It opens up the play-action passing game.
And what a great call there by Mike Mata.
And Carl, Coatesville called a timeout before that play.
They usually do a good job of making a stop after that, but great play.
Bryant takes the snap. He's got room, and he is into the end zone. Stanley Bryant gives the Cougars the lead. Carl, what a night by Bryant.
He's having a night of nights, I tell you. Second touchdown of the evening, but he has really been the difference maker in this second half.
The extra point will make this a 4-point game.
Which is obviously a very big extra point.
Flag on the play.
Going to have to kick it from 5 yards back.
What a potential costly penalty. If they miss this, it's just a 3-possession game. 3-point game, excuse me.
He has the leg to kick this through, so. So make it a 25-yard extra point.
There's another flag. This time it's on Coatesville. I don't know if I've ever seen so many pre-snap penalties on an extra point. So Mendak is going to be a little bit closer on this extra point attempt. Unless we have another penalty. Extra point is up, and it is good. And listen to that Cougar crowd. Carl, this has been an impressive performance tonight by the Cougars. A lot of heart, a lot of effort. When they've gone down, they've not gotten out. But it's Matt Ortega, it's Ricky Ortega, it's Dupree Bryant. Still plenty of time left for them to take the lead back.
Yes, they're an experienced team with experienced quarterback. He's not going to get rattled. I'm sure they're going to execute. The question is, can a guy like Basili come up with a big play like he did the last time? And of course, we had that big penalty that really set up that drive.
Yeah, again, I there was contact, but I still have to question that pass interference. But
they took advantage of it.
Downtown East still had to drive down the field after that penalty. Low line drive kick. It's going to give the Red Raiders good field position. They're going to start off with the ball on the 43. I know you want to keep it away from Bryant, but you might as well just kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, went to their running back, too. Jackson.
Buying, selling, or renting a home is an important transaction, and who you choose to represent you and your family matters. The Matt Gorham Group has a track record of success, having sold the most homes in Coatesville area in the past 15 years. They are local experts who grew up here, live here, and serve here. Please call the Matt Gorham Group for your local real estate needs at 610-BALL-GUY. Yes, that's 610-BALL-GUY, or visit calltheballguy.com. The Matt Gorham Group says, go Red Raiders. And Carl, this place has gotten loud.
Sure has.
Ortega, the shotgun. Pass is complete for a first down, and then some. Still going on the play is Abdul Stewart. What an effort by him. Carl, we've seen them have open guys for short gains, but that's why you keep doing it. Great speed, great effort, and a great big old gain for the Red Raiders.
Big gain. Abdul Stewart breaking 2 tackles there. Just an excellent run by him as he did a Stanley Bryant on that play, breaking tackles.
And just like that, the Cougar crowd has gone pretty quiet.
Still plenty of time left.
As the Cougar band is playing Don't Stop Believin'. Another short pass to an open receiver. This time they make the tackle, no gain on the play. That pass was complete to Artie Burgess. Now, Carl, if the Red Raiders score here and get the extra point, it's just a 3-point game.
Which means a field goal is in play.
But they have to get the touchdown first. Ortega. Pressure in his face. He throws it to an open receiver. That is 21 tackled by 21. That's Artie Burgess tackled by Stanley Bryant. Nice job by Bryant in not allowing Burgess to get a big gain. There's just certain players, Carl, that when you watch them play, you can't help but be impressed. One of them is Tippery Bryant. One of them is Stanley Bryant. And the Cougar then making some noise again as some of the Downingtown East players are telling them to get loud, and they are complying. 3rd and 6. Ball in the 13. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Ortega is getting pressured. He's rolling out. And it is intercepted. Still running back with the ball are the Cougars. And Carl, that was Stanley Bryant. What a play. And they are fired up on the Cougar sideline. There's still a lot of time left. But Carl, look at the Cougars. They are fired up. When we were talking with Pete DiGiovanni at halftime, we said a turnover by the Cougars defense could decide this game. And now they are up by 4 with 3:39. And this is a ball control offense. They can eat up some clock.
Mikey, I'm speechless. A man who, first of all, he made 2 big plays on that drive. And then he comes up with the big interception. What more can you say about Stanley Bryant in this half? He has been a one-man show.
And it is a timeout by Downingtown East. The play clock was awfully low there. Folks, I want to take this opportunity to talk to you about the PIAA playoffs. It is something we are wanting to bring to you, but it is a very expensive endeavor. So tell you what you can do. If you are a business, you can give us a call at 610-269-5000 for sponsorship opportunities. Or if you're a business and you don't want to advertise, you can also donate. Or if you're a fan, you can donate. What you do is you go to chesmontfootball.com. You click on the contribute button, which is in the top right corner. After you click on that, you can click on donate. And we love bringing you these games. We know you love watching them. But once it gets to the PIAA playoffs, the prices get higher and higher and higher. So we want to give it to you. We just need you to help give us that opportunity to do it for you. First and 10, ball on the 32. And Carl, because Coatesville called 2 timeouts earlier on, we have a Red Raider team with just 1 timeout left.
Absolutely, and real important here, Mikey, that they can get a first down here. That really would help, especially with the fact that Coatesville only has 1 timeout.
Second and 7 on the 35.
Something wrong again with the clock.
There's been some issues tonight, as there was some issues with down and distance earlier. This is the second play clock issue.
How much you want to bet here, Mikey Stanley Bryant gets the ball in this carry?
I think that might be a safe bet, Carl.
Stanley Bryant, who might go down as a legend if Downingtown East can win this game. It would be one of the bigger wins in their history.
Has Downingtown West ever cheered so hard for Downingtown East since the split? Again, if the Cougars win, it's a 3-way tie between Downingtown East, Downingtown West, and Coatesville. They will share the National Division title because Coatesville will have beaten West, West will have beaten East, East will have beaten Coatesville. If Coatesville wins, they will have beaten both Downingtowns, and they get the division title. What else is on the line here is Ricky Ortega and Dupree Bryant and the rest of the seniors have never lost a Chesmont game.
Well, if Coatesville can get this ball back, it would not shock me at all if they went down the field and scored. But the question is, can they get it back?
Do they finally have things under control as far as the clock situation? I believe they're ready to signal to have the clock running, which should be the case. It is. There's still no play clock showing. I don't know if the clock is malfunctioning. So it's going to be up to whoever is at quarterback right now. It's Person, but they've been doing a lot of Wildcat to know when to snap the ball. And as you said, a first down would be huge. They can't afford to delay a game. And it is Stanley Bryant on the carry, taking it to the just shy of the 40-yard line.
Excellent execution on that run, Mikey. That is a time run that you practice over and over again to get it that sharp.
They're going to need a little over 2 to get this first down.
I mean, Coatesville knows that Stanley Bryant's going to get the ball. The question is, can they stop him?
Bryant on the carry. He's got a first down. He's lowering his head. He's getting every tough yard he can get. Carl, we might be witnessing one of the bigger upsets between a one-loss team and a one-loss team I can remember.
We could be witnessing it, Mikey, and we could also be witnessing one of the great performances in Chesmont history.
At least in ChesmontFootball.com history.
Yes. ChesmontFootball.com. Absolutely.
Bryant on the carry. He just needs to hold on to the ball, Carl.
That is correct. Coatesville's going to use their last timeout.
And the Cougar fans doing the "This is our house" chant, which is what the Red Raider fans did towards the Downingtown West fans last week.
I've been broadcasting these games for 4 years now, Mikey. I've never seen Coatesville lose a game. This could be the first.
Want to thank our sponsors tonight, the Red Run Challenge, Beaver Creek Tavern, Kim Moralia Real Estate with Kim Passion, Coatesville Flower Shop, Miller's Insurance, Coatesville Christmas Parade, Little Chef, Chester County Transmissions, Brian Maloney of Vanguard Realty Alliance, Sardella Eye Associates, Washington Hose Company No. 1, Wegmans Food Markets, SWI. That's Brian on the carry. As Coatesville is out of timeout, so the clock is going to run down before they take this third down snap. Want to also thank SWI, Matt Gorham Realty Group, and Leone's. Want to thank them for providing the ChesmontFootball.com crew with the delicious meal tonight. Again, give them a call at 610-873-2500. Get some of that delicious pizza. So, Carl, again, it's hard to tell because there is no play clock, but this could potentially be the final snap. And Carl, he's got enough for a first down, so Downingtown East is going to do it. They're going to defeat the Coatesville Red Raiders, giving Ricky Ortega and Dupree Bryant their first ever Chesmont losses. And their student section, the Cougar Den, is rushing down to the sideline. What a scene right now.
It's probably the most exciting time in my 4-year career with ChesmontFootball.com, Mikey. Definitely the biggest upset. Unbelievable performance by the Downingtown East Cougars and a major upset.
They're not going to have to do another snap as they are starting to celebrate. And you can see Coach Matta out on the field with his players. They are fired up. I do believe the handshake line might be delayed for a second or two. And after seeing last week where the Coatesville players were fired up, equally fired up, extra fired up, are the Downingtown East Cougars. What a game for them. And Coach Mike Matta is going to be interviewed by Pete Foster, but he's going to have a lot to say to his happy players, Carl. What an effort tonight. It seemed a little different for Coatesville. They were not going for the home run plays that we're used to.
No, but I think it was the design of Mike Matta's defense to give them the balls in front. They did an excellent job. Again, holding them to that field goal turned out to be big.
Oh, and due to technical difficulties, we're actually not going to have the post-game interview with Coach Matta. That'll give us another opportunity just to recap.
We could recap and we could do some replays.
What we've seen in this game. And as you can see, if our camera guys can possibly get a shot of this sideline as they, great job, guys. You see the players, they're running past, giving high fives to their faithful. What a scene right now as you see the Cougars players, after they finish giving high fives to the Red Raiders, they are coming to the sideline to celebrate. What a game. And actually, we do have great job by our technical crew. They have fixed the issue. We are going to have a post-game interview with Coach Matta. He's going to talk to his players who have finished celebrating with their sideline. Carl, as you said earlier, kind of speechless.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, not what we expected, but we talked about them playing a perfect game. Pretty much did. And even when they fell down, Stanley Bryant took over. He literally took over. He ran. They were down 24-14. Comes with that big kickoff return, and then he pretty much runs the ball in himself. Then they get it back, and he does all the yeoman work. Just an unbelievable performance. Makes the big interception himself. I mean, what more can one man do in a football team with 22 players? I mean, what a dominating performance. One of the best performances of the season.
Let's take a look at the Downingtown East highlights before we have our post-game interview. As you have Spencer Uglow with his touchdown, then you have the deep pass, just the thrown-up ball to Lovinguth, as there was the pressure in person's face. Then you have Stanley Bryant in one of the finest runs we've seen all season, hurdling a man, staying in bounds, and diving into the end zone. That was an Aaron Young type play right there. And then the final touchdown, which was the winning touchdown, Carl, by Bryant. What a game for him. What a game for these Cougars.
Yeah, we talked about, Mikey, at the top 5 games in history between Downingtown and Coatesville, and this has got to go up there. Certainly one of the biggest upsets we have seen in the last few years in Chesmont football.
Yeah, Carl, last week's game was a close game between Downingtown West and Coatesville. But it just didn't have the same feel. That game seemed almost a little sloppier at some points. This game was just a hard-nosed defensive battle that had a couple of big plays and a heroic effort.
Absolutely, and no turnovers in the football game, so it was very well played. And Downingtown East executed beautifully. Their running game was terrific tonight against a team that, Downingtown West wasn't able to run the ball except for some big runs by Will Howard last week. And Coatesville was unable to stop Stanley Bryant in the second half. And that is surprising, but it shows the power and the how he is able to have great control of his body, great balance. And we look forward to seeing him in the playoffs and next year.
Yeah, and Carl, we're having a little bit of a delay before the interview just because it was such a long celebration by the Downingtown East players. So Coach Matta was a little delayed in talking to his crew. So this ends a run of 3 straight national division titles for Coatesville. Again, there's their first ever Chesmont loss for the Coatesville seniors. And Carl, what was the score of the game last year? It was 42-7, 48?
42-7.
So what a turnaround performance by the Cougars. They lost their big rivalry game to Downingtown West by a large margin in the Battle of the Brandywine. So to come out tonight and perform defensively the way they did was very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Coatesville has been able to replenish, but, nobody replaces an Aaron Young. And let's face it, they missed Aaron Young tonight and his big playability.
And we're going to send it down to Pete Foster with a very happy coach, Mike Matta.
This is Pete Foster with ChesmontFootball.com with the winning coach, Coach Matta with Downingtown East. Coach, congratulations on the victory tonight.
Thank you.
Your Chesmont champs. How does that feel?
It feels great. You know, we beat a very good team. That's a well-coached, quality team. They have 2 spectacular players in number 1 and 2. Our kids rose to the challenge. Our coach put our kids in great position to make plays, and they made the plays. Couldn't be more proud.
Stanley Johnson. He had a Stanley Bryan. Stanley Bryan.
He's a dangerous man.
Stanley Bryan. Great game tonight. You rode both sides behind him,
and he also made a handful of plays. And he's the one that picked the ball at the end of the game.
Yes,
Stanley's a dangerous man.
Yes. How will you ride this momentum going into the playoffs?
We are going to enjoy this until Sunday's meeting with seeding. Then we'll get ready to play in the playoffs of the second season.
Coach, I want to congratulate you on your victory tonight.
Thank you very much.
And good luck on your rest of your season.
All right, thank you.
This is Pete Foster, ChesmontFootball.com, taking you to the booth with Mikey and Carl.
QP and a very happy Coach Mike Matta. Really going to be curious to see what the seedings look like for the playoffs, as even though Coatesville defeated Downingtown West last week, Downingtown was ahead of them in the standings. Now that Downingtown East got this win, really going to see where they're at in the playoff rankings. But in one of the most exciting games we've had here, and we've had games won on last-second field goals. Just want to thank all of you for watching and remind you this game will be archived on ChesmontFootball.com. You can watch it anytime. And last thought before we sign off for the night is to remind you, please go to ChesmontFootball.com, click on Contribute, and then donate. If you're a business, call it 610-269-5000 for sponsorship opportunities, because we want to give you as many playoff games as we can. So for all of us here at ChesmontFootball.com, for Carl Rumman, I am Mikey Dunn saying good night, everybody.